cornrows, afros, box braids. That is just a short list of hairstyles that black people can have. But in terms of hair representation that we see in the media that we consume, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's been extremely bad. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the infamous Killmonger hairstyle, as well as talking about the lack of black hair representation that we see in media. So if you are interested in that, keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to Ella Pastoral. If this is the first time you've ever been on this channel right here, typically I talk about all of my favorite pieces of media, and sometimes I do social commentary for fun. But like I said in the intro, today we are going to be talking about the Killmonger hairstyle. I just wanted to take a quick break from the regularly scheduled content to just thank all of my current Patreons. Thank you guys so much for your support. It seriously means so much. Without y'all, I wouldn't be able to be so consistent in posting content. If any of y'all want to be like these beautiful, wonderful people, go to Ella Pastoral on patreon.com so you can have early access to my videos as well as participate in polls. Now let's get back to the regularly scheduled content. It was only about like a month ago that I made this video right here talking about why I thought The Simpsons was black due to the variety of hair textures that I saw in The Simpsons. And literally this whole conversation about the abuse and misuse of the Killmonger hairstyle came on my Twitter feed, and I was like, yo, I gotta talk about it. But just so we can be on the same page before I really dive deep into my commentary, if you haven't seen this hairstyle right here, good for you. You're one of the few people that hasn't had their eyes forcefully accommodated to this hairstyle right here. But let me give you a little brief summary on what this hairstyle that we in the black community are coining the Killmonger hairstyle. So in terms of educating you guys on how the Killmonger hairstyle became like so prominent in literally animation, comic books, TV shows, movies, I really need to talk about how this haircut became so popular. So personally for me, the reason why I feel like the Killmonger hairstyle became so popular had to be because of Black Panther. Black Panther to this day is still one of my favorite movies because I feel like it did its big one in terms of representation for black people in fantasy, and specifically black hair representation. So the Killmonger hairstyle obviously comes from the titular villain of Black Panther, the first one at least, where we see Killmonger sporting the Killmonger haircut, right? And ever since this movie came out, it literally changed the culture. A lot of hair representation, specifically for black men, there really isn't a wide variety of black hair representation for black men. Like literally, I'm gonna put a picture on the screen, but it's very limited. It's not like how it is for black women. So when the Killmonger haircut or hairstyle was shown in the Black Panther movie, it literally changed the culture as we know it. And we are literally still feeling the ramifications of this even after the sequel came out, right? And personally for me, the reason why I feel like people are so obsessed with the Killmonger hairstyle is because this was the first real alternative style for black men. And I really do have to say, when this whole Black Panther hair situation came out the first time, I was shocked because I don't really see, at least in my own personal life, black men with long hair. I really see black men with any twists or locks, so even I was shocked. But now as a culture, we have moved past that. We see black men with way more alternative hairstyles than the cute little anime bro fro. Like, we can do better. I just don't know what it is about the Killmonger hairstyle that even in the year 2024 is holding y'all hostage like this. Like, the Killmonger hairstyle has been abused, used everywhere, in books, in movies, in TV shows, and especially in gaming. Like, damn. Especially for y'all game devs, I'm begging, please try something else. And we have been bringing this up. We've been bringing this up. And that brings me into my next section, which is practically the multiverse of Killmonger. Because even after Killmonger has died, the impact that one man had on game design for black men, bro, we need to talk about it. So I'm practically going to be reading from my script, but these are the most prominent examples of the Killmonger hairstyle that I've noticed. We have that one dude from Arcane. I liked his though. I liked his though because they at least made it blonde, so it wasn't, you know, exactly like Killmonger's hairstyle. We have Miles from the games and the comic. I personally love this version of Miles. So when they be trying to change it up, I'd be like, oh. But specifically when they bring the Killmonger hairstyle, we gotta make it stop. The one example, bro, that had Twitter in flame is when they took Hobie. If y'all watched Across the Spider-Verse, y'all remember what Hobie looked like, right? With the wicks, right? This is what they did to him in the comics. And I really feel like Twitter was like, enough is enough. Because, guys, it was so horrific. Like, when I say it was bad, it was bad. And I really want you guys to just look at it. They had the character design go from this to this. I tried so hard not to hate it. I really did. But the more I looked at it, the angrier I got. And I was like, we need to put an end. We need to put an end to the Killmonger hairstyle. Because tell me why they even got the Killmonger hairstyle in The Sims. They have the version without the color, then they got the color tips. Enough is enough. But specifically, we gotta go back to Hobie. Because, bro, I have never seen Wix before. When I saw the character design for Hobie in Across the Spider-Verse, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about in terms of black hair representation. Because it's something that we really don't see a lot. Unlike the Killmonger hairstyle that you can't escape from. You physically can't escape from. And when I was talking to my friend about this, hi Tommy, she's my friend that I always talk to about this stuff. She was like, do you think there's like a female version of the Killmonger haircut? Because when it comes to black men, oh boy, do they let this hairstyle be abused and used. But I was like, is there a hairstyle like that for black women? And I was seriously looking at so many different examples of black cartoon characters specifically to see if there was a hairstyle that was being abused and used like the Killmonger haircut. Like, I'm going to put on the screen this cute little graphic my friend sent me, but literally when it comes to black women, the world is our oyster for hair representation. But for black women, there literally is no example of a female Killmonger haircut. And that really goes to show you that black men right now, we need to help them. And that leads me to my next section, which is the importance of black hair representation and why we need it so bad. So as a black person, I have to say that even though it's 2024, we are still having a lot of toxic and overall problematic opinions about black hair. Like the fact that black hair is unkempt, it's unmanageable, that it's a mess. It's overall so bad to be a black person, especially if you have type 4 hair like I do. Every couple of weeks, daily even, we're going to have a discussion about how, especially 4C hair, is unmanageable. You need to style it. And even if you literally do your due diligence, moisturize it, condition it, comb it out, and all of that, you're still gonna have people in your face like, oh, what are you gonna do with your hair? What are you gonna do with your hair? Like a couple weeks ago, there was a whole debate about this girl who literally left her dorm as she was at 11 o'clock at night to go see her boyfriend. And there were so many think pieces about how we as the black community need to do better. We need to make sure that we're always looking prim and proper. And it's just that there's so much texturism. That's the word, is texturism. Because this was a college student literally in the middle of the night going to see her boyfriend at a college campus. She wasn't going to no red carpet event. She literally was coming as she was to go see her man. And black people specifically were like, yeah, she needs to do better. I could never leave my dorm like that. And it literally is texturism. Because when there was this one girl, who was specifically getting dragged because she was being texturist. They asked her, would you still have the same opinion if it was a white girl with a messy bun going to see her boyfriend in the middle of the night? She was like, well, no. The answer is texturism. And I just feel like the importance of black hair representation, and that's why I really feel like we need more black hair representation, because I feel like people are still in the mindset that black hair is unmanageable. You can't do cute styles with it. And I just feel like, no, we literally can. Like when I saw Hobie with his wigs, bro, it literally was like, I was just so shocked because we don't see black representation of hair like that, especially for men. And literally in America, we are still being profiled for our hair. Like there was a case of this boy who literally, he had to take it to like the Supreme Court or like some type of huge jury to see if it was legal for the school to like discriminate him based on his hair. And his hair looks like this. It isn't even wild or crazy, you know, words that are commonly associated with black hair. Homeboy had them joints laid back, all types of neat, right? And he still got all that prejudice and all that discrimination against him due to the way his hair was. And literally, that's why when people are like, you black people, you need to stop saying that we can't wear braids. Until the day that black people won't be discriminated for their braids, kicked out of schools, persecuted for our hair texture, it literally won't be just hair. Because literally, there was a law, right? A law that was trying to be passed, right? Called the Crown Act to practically end hair discrimination. Because if I'm doing my job right? You saying, oh, I look unprofessional because of my hair is completely unacceptable. If I'm performing as a good employee, for you to come at me sideways because my hair is unmanageable or not up to your liking, it needs to stop. And I don't even think the Crown Act passed because like state Republicans were like, why should we care about hair discrimination? And that's why I personally feel like we need to see more representation of black hair, because it isn't just for black people. It would be nice if we got to see ourselves represented more, just so we know that we're not like the odd ones out, but it's also for white people, because I really feel like if more people who weren't black were exposed to black hair, then whenever black people be out, you know, living our lives, it wouldn't be such an oddity to them. Like, you guys don't know how many times I get people coming up to me, strangers, oh, can I touch your hair? Oh, can I touch your hair? Am I a petting zoo? Like, what is this? And it's weird. And so I really feel like if we get more good hair representation just in the media we consume, then stuff like that wouldn't happen. Because if you saw people with wigs, people with dreads, people with braids even, then you wouldn't feel like black hair is such an oddity that you would feel possessed to want to touch it. I just think that that's weird. But maybe if people were able to see more black hair representation, they wouldn't be possessed to start playing feely with people's scalps. But that's just me. So for this section of the video, I practically wanted to talk about how we can have more black hair representation for men in video games. I just feel like it is 2024. We can do a lot more with black hair. We can do a lot with black hair. And I wanted to use The Sims specifically because it goes to show you that specifically in comic books and in gaming, the world is your oyster. I want to thank all of the black CC creators who I'm featuring in this video, because if y'all can do it and you guys are doing it for free 99, then the people who are getting paid can also do it. And I just really want to show you guys the variety of black hair. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot that is being shown here. And I just feel like there is just too many options for black hair, specifically in 2024, for y'all to be abusing and misusing the Killmonger hairstyle. We can do better. We can do better. Because damn, all the black men can't look alike. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. Black people are not a monolith. We all have different types of ways of styling our hair. And we don't even have the same textures. All black people don't have the same textures, y'all, so we can definitely do better. In conclusion, I practically wanted to say that I would love to see more black hair representation. I feel like first we need more black characters. So in conclusion, I practically feel like there is a lot that we still need to do in terms of black hair representation. I feel like now in 2024, with all of these influencers and style influencers and artists, black artists, that there is no excuse for us to still be using the Killmonger hairstyle. Like, it was cute in the beginning, but now it's overplayed, and a lot of character designs are starting to look alike because nobody wants to get out of their comfort zone and do something a little different in terms of, you know, giving us black hair. Don't be afraid, guys. The world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. That's why I wanted to make sure to include that little segment of The Sims to let y'all know that the world is possible. The world is possible. And yeah, hopefully we get to see more black representation as we get more video games and more TV shows and more movies. And hopefully we put the Killmonger hairstyle to rest. I really feel like we the people are tired of it. Let me know if you guys have gotten to this point of the video. If you have, make sure to comment like a pink heart or whatever to match my pink hair. I wanted to show off with this video. And let me know if you like this video. Hit the thumbs up button. It really helps push this video in the algorithm. And I can't wait to see you guys in the comment section. And I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. So, bye!